Okay, y'all, so it's the first day of school, right? And of course, I hit my 5 first frameworks. But what do you do when that one kid got their head down? Well, I had a student that had his head down. This is what I did. So in the midst of everybody else is working on their survey, their get to know you survey, which is like 5 easy questions. And while they're working on the survey, his head is down. I go over to him, I say, "Hey, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah." And I say, "I see you haven't started." He's like, "Yeah, I don't feel like doing it." I say, "Okay." I take a moment. I said, "Okay, I'll come back to you." I said, "Maybe you can just start on the first question." The reason why I took a moment, I stepped back because I was like, you know what? Let me not hover. I go back over and I say, "Hey, can you come talk to me real quick?" I pull him outside while my shout out to my para that was in here, but I pull him outside. And mind you, I have glass so I can see straight through the window. And I asked him, I say, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "I just don't feel like doing it." I said, "Is today not your day?" He's like, "Nah, it's not." I said, "You know what? I understand that." I said, "Let me guess. You're only here because you have to be here." He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, well, how about this? Instead of you answering those questions, can you write down why today isn't your day?" And he thought about it and he was like, "I could do the questions, miss." I said, "Are you sure?" I said, "I don't want you, if that's not what you want to talk about, you can just write down why today isn't your day, and I don't have to read it. You can throw it away after, but at least you are in the process." He's like, "No, I can answer the questions." I said, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." And then I complimented him. I said, "Hold on. That Pro Club looking fresh. Is that brand new?" And then he cracked a smile. And once he cracked that smile, I knew we gonna be good. And he was like, "Yes, it's brand new." He was like, and then he's like, "Look at the shirt brand new too." I said, "I see it. It's fresh. It's fresh." And then he walked back in. I said, "Thank you for talking to me." He said, It's good." Walked back in. He finished them questions. Yes, there's my framework, my 5 first frameworks. You can comment the number 5 if you want my 5 first frameworks for the first day of school, but you also got to be ready to adjust to the moment. I'll talk to y'all soon. Happy first day.